decided it was going to be. So, the date, Saturday the 7th of August 2021, which is today. And then I decided on 2 different venues for lunch and for evening. And I'm guessing guests approximately 50,000. What do you think? So I thought we could have lunch at Blickling Estate in Norfolk and then all get in someone's car, and for the evening let's pop down to Chirk Castle in Wrexham, that's in Wales. I'm going to show you those places in my Houses of the National Trust book, but the first thing I'm going to do is make a cup of tea. So let's place these things over here. I'm going to move my book out the way and bring in my teacup, like so. So I've got this gorgeous matching teapot, as you can see. It's got hot water in it. They actually do this teapot and cup set in blue, which I think I'm going to try and get because I just think it's gorgeous. So we can't have a cup of tea without a tea bag. So let me open up my traditional English tea 40 fine English breakfast tea bags, which actually is not quite correct. The tea bags in here were sent to me very kindly by a subscriber. So these tea bags are actually from America, and they are novel teas, bag ladies tea. Let me show you. And on the other side of each little tag is a quote from a novel. This one is by Stephen Wright. I was reading the dictionary. I thought it was a poem about everything. That's quite funny. So we've got our tea bag. Pop it in the cup. And close the lid. Let's move that out of the way. Pour some water in. Like so. Then let's just wiggle the tea bag around a little bit. This is such a nice tea, this. Very tasty. Now I don't like my tea too strong, so we will wiggle it around a little bit more. That's about right for me. Take the tea bag out, like so. Move it over there. And then I like to have milk in my tea. Lovely. Let's have a little taste. Delicious. Lovely. I love to have a cup of tea out of a nice china teacup and saucer. Now, my selection for the garden party food, my favourite is, or was, sticky gingerbread. So I have a slight confession to make. Yes, I did serviette with me, shouldn't I? Lovely. Okay, could have a bit more tea. That's so nice. Right, now the recipe for this is actually in my Sainsbury's baking book. Here it is. I made a note of it. That's what it should look like. Now, I didn't have any almonds to put on the top, and I didn't have a square baking tin. I only had a round one, which is why mine is round. But this is the recipe. It's 250 grams of plain flour, 3 teaspoons of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of ground mixed spice, 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, 125 grams of butter or margarine, 75 grams of black treacle, 125 grams of golden syrup, 50 grams of soft brown sugar, 150 millilitres of milk or a quarter of a pint, 2 eggs beaten, and 25 grams of shredded almonds, which I didn't have, as you can see. But I think mine looks like that, even though it isn't in a square shape, so I'm quite pleased about that. Let's have a little bit more. This video might end up just me eating cake for the entire 30 minutes or however long it's going to be, so you might have to bear with me. Crunchy. I don't know whether it's supposed to be crunchy or not, but it's nice. Okay. Let me move some things out the way. And I'm going to bring in my National Trust Houses book. Okay, and my list. So we decided that lunch is at Blickling Estate, Norfolk. Let me show you that. I have a picture. So here we have Blickling Estate. Here is the picture here. Let me bring this up so you can see it a bit better. What do you think? Great place for a garden party. Look at the lawn. I imagine it's very rainy there today though, but we could have put some marquees up. That would have worked, I think. Now, why did I choose Blakely? Because it's got a great library. Look. Here is the great, fabulous library. What does it say? It says the atmospheric Jacobean Bond Gallery was once used to display portraits, but now houses one of the most exceptional country house libraries in England. So I thought that once we'd been outside and had our food and our drink, we could all come in, especially if it starts raining, and we can sit around and lounge and maybe have some coffee and some tea and read some old books. Put some candles on if it gets dark. What do you think? Yeah, I agree. Good idea. And then the next place, I thought, let's pop across to Chirk Castle in Wrexham in Wales for the evening. Let me show you. Oh, here it is. ASMR would like Swiss roll. Bonnie Elliott, cucumber sandwiches. Yum. Patricia Lutz would like carrot cake square with cream cheese icing. Now, I don't know whether that's MM or would like anything lemon with poppy seeds. GB, IGB would like sticky toffee pudding. Rebecca Markle would like cheesecake or baklava. Paola Grando would like scones with clotted cream and strawberry jam. Ella would like scones and Nana's elderflower cordial. That sounds lovely. Rebecca M would like caprese salad, which is tomato, mozzarella and basil. James Cleverly would like afternoon tea. Perfect. Gondorf, hi Gondorf, would like a tray of brownies. Alex Crosbier would like mimosas for brunch and mojitos in the afternoon with a bottle of red wine for the evening. Well, we could certainly have the red wine at Church Castle in the evening, couldn't we? Kate M.S. creates fairy bread. Marion H. Hi Marion would like macarons. Bobby would like 2 kinds of vegan finger sandwiches, vegan tuna made out of chickpeas and pesto and tomatoes. Sounds delicious. Sahil Wadwani, I hope I've pronounced that right, would like samosas and jalebis. Amparo Velez would like caramel macchiato and lemonade. Are we getting hungry yet? Let me have a sip of tea before I carry on. Now, as I'm reading these out, you may wonder what the little crosses are against people's names. And that's because I have found the different recipes for certain people's suggestions. Unfortunately, I couldn't find them all, but I did my best. At least not in my own cookbooks. Okay, let's carry on. So, Dawn Piers would like a Dorset apple cake and French fancies. Nevsler ASMR would like a Death by Chocolate brownies. Gurimello would like cake pops with coffee. Guy the 36, British scones, jam and cream. That was a popular suggestion. A letter A would like ginger biscuits, cinnamon buns and black tea with rum. Oh, nice. Brock Mitchell would like prosciutto and provolone cheese slices wrapped together. It's too early for this. Would like scones and jam and cucumber sandwiches and Earl Grey tea. And I have to say, hello Ian. It's too early for this his husband called Ian. And I have to say hello to him. So that's something I've done. Then we have Emily who would like lemon bars. Chris DeMann would like strawberry bavarois. Oh, I don't even know how you pronounce that. Hamlin. It says it's a new all-colour cookbook, but this is nearly as old as me, this book. No, not quite. Not many things are as old as me these days. It's got 300 recipes in it, and I think I've had it since the 1970s, something like that. It actually belonged to my grandmother, originally, years and years and years ago. You know what? I'm going to have more cake, but this time I'm going to be slightly more ladylike and actually have a small piece. It's not as satisfying though. Right, what have I labelled here? There we go. Okay, so here is Sahil Wadwani's selection, suggestion, samosas. Let me peel that away. And let me show you the picture. Oh, look at those. Right next to a sausage plat. Samosas. What do you need? You need minced beef or lamb, an onion, small pepper, carrot, potatoes, garlic, garam masala, salt and pepper, self-raising flour, oil for frying, an egg and 2 tablespoons of water. I love samosas, they're so nice, and you can have a dip with them as well. Then we have Black Forest Gâteau. Yum. This was Maroxa 7 and Coco Snow ASMR suggestions. Now I know Maroxa 7 said Black Forest cake, I think, but I don't really know the difference. Maybe somebody might explain that to me. That's all I know. Okay, let's take this label off, like so, and let me show you the picture up close. Whoa, look at that. Yum. And what do you need? You need eggs, caster sugar, plain flour, cocoa powder, kirsch, a pint of double or whipping cream, and a can of blackberry pie filling. And for the glacé icing, you need icing sugar, cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons of water, and chocolate curls to decorate. Lovely. Then we had Christine's suggestion, lamingtons. Look at those. I've never made lamingtons before. Let me show you the picture. Oh, they look nice, don't they? Never made those before, but I think they're very popular in Australia. So you need butter or margarine, icing sugar, milk, vanilla extract, cream cheese, ground cinnamon, pecans or walnuts, and then there's a syrup glaze. Gosh, made from a large orange, lemon juice and dark brown sugar. Gorgeous. Another bit more tea. That tea is so good. Then, look at these little things. Cake pops. Oh, they are so cute. This was Caramello's suggestion. Cake pops. Let's take that off. They're like lollipops with chocolate on top, these ones. What do you need? Butter, caster sugar, eggs, vanilla extract or a flavour of your choice, self-raising flour, milk to decorate, butter, icing sugar, milk, lollipop, popsicle sticks, Belgian chocolate, white milk or dark, and edible food colouring, optional. Lovely. Okay, a bit more cake. This cake fork is becoming slightly redundant because I'm using my fingers. Okay, next one. Here's GB. Sticky toffee pudding. Now these are sticky toffee puddings with an S rather than one by itself. Thank you for the suggestion, GB. Hope you're doing well. Now, don't these look gorgeous? Really nice. And then it's like a sauce that you pour over the top. What do you need? There's a toffee sauce. You need dried dates, water, bicarbonate of soda, caster sugar, 2 eggs, plain flour, baking powder, butter, and then for the toffee sauce, sugar, butter, and whipping cream. Lovely. And then we go on to my third recipe book. Now, I don't think I've shown you this recipe book before. This is another favourite of mine. It's called Grandma's Best Recipes. Traditional comfort food, just like Grandma used to make. Now, that's quite true actually, because my grandma was a big baker. I mean, she wasn't a big baker because she was quite small, but she used to bake a lot, which is why I said big, as in lots of cakes. Bit more tea. So, it is true. And I've used this book loads of times. So, what have we got inside? Oh, look, apple pie. Roisin Post suggested apple pie. Great, great suggestion, Roisin. Take that off. Now, doesn't the apple pie look lovely? I think it looks yummy. And do we need for the pastry, plain flour, pinch of salt, butter or margarine, 3 ounces of lard or white vegetable fat, cold water, a beaten egg or milk for the glaze, and then for the filling you need cooking apples, caster sugar, ground cinnamon, mixed spice or ground ginger, and water. Be lovely with some custard, definitely, or cream. Then we have Rebecca Markle's suggestion of cheesecake. Now, I decided, Rebecca, that we would go I couldn't find a recipe, I'm really sorry. I don't know why actually, because I was convinced that I had a recipe for lemon poppy seed, but couldn't find it. Never mind. So, lemon drizzle cake. Gosh, that looks lovely. You need butter, plain flour, baking powder, caster sugar, 4 eggs, sour cream, a large lemon, lemon juice, sunflower oil, sugar, and lemon juice for the syrup. Yum. Then we have Charlotte tea, banana loaf. Oh, do I have room in my top 5? Yeah, I think I can sneak banana loaf into my top 5. I've made this recipe before. Gosh, absolutely divine. What do you need? You need butter for greasing, self-raising flour, light brown, self-raising flour, oh, so light brown and white, demerara sugar, pinch of salt, and ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg, 2 large ripe bananas, peeled. I thought that said petzled then, and I was thinking, what's petzled mean? I thought it was some special way of preparing a banana. Yeah. And also you need orange juice, 2 eggs beaten, and 4 tablespoons of rapeseed oil and honey to serve. Doesn't that look lovely? Really does look nice. And then finally we have Gandalf's chocolate brownies. Now, I think, who else mentioned brownies? Death by Chocolate Brownies was mentioned as well. And this was the recipe that I came up with for chocolate chip brownies, so I hope this will suffice for those of you who wanted brownies. Don't they look nice? Like nice and moist. And you will need butter, plain chocolate broken into pieces, self-raising flour, caster sugar, 4 eggs beaten, pistachio nuts chopped, 3.5 ounces of white chocolate roughly chopped, and icing sugar for dusting. Whoa. Love, love, love. Now, I just realised I have another book. I thought that was the last book, but it isn't. Lots of you mentioned scones. And here is the little book here. Now, I have so many recipes for scones, I couldn't decide. But a very special subscriber bought me this lovely book, National Trust Book of Scones. And so I thought I would show you it. It's 50 delicious recipes and some curious crumbs of history by Sarah Cleland. And the people that mentioned scones, so Paula, Grando, Ella, James Cleverly, Guy for 36, It's Too Early for This, Hi Ian, and Cincy Smith all mentioned scones of some kind, or afternoon tea. So, my book of scones. Okay, I could have some more of this, you know. I've got to the point now where I'm gonna leave the cake fork to one side and just pick it up. Yummy. Now I have to tell you that my favourite scones are cheese scones, particularly cheese and chive. But there's some great sale.